Welcome to the social circle where creators come together to turn ideas into impact and goals into a reality. I am Candace, and this is
Jennifer. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. And thanks, guys, for joining us wherever you are in the world. We really appreciate your time. And I really hope today is going to be another one of those super actionable days where you can take what you hear and go and apply it into whatever it is you are trying to do. Candace, what do we have going on today?
So we've talked before about creating a freebie and becoming an affiliate and those kinds of ways to monetize. But now we're going to get into creating your own digital product, your first digital product. And when we say digital product, that could be anything. Digital product means lots of things, which we're going to get into. So,
yeah.
yeah. And look, everyone, this is our brand new
I love it.
Mayano.
It is so nice. The sound is so
Thank
amazing,
you.
guys.
I'm loving it. It was super easy to put together and it has all the things. And I think we're going to put it from the ceiling. I don't know, but I'm excited about it. So thank
That
you
was
so
my
much to
thought. It
them.
sounds so good. And yes, I agree with it. I'm very happy already with the product, just how it sounds. The audible part of it is I'm just hungry for more to hear you keep talking. So
Yeah. You'll be getting yours soon.
mine is en
So,
route. Yes, mine is
yes.
en route. I will be
And then we'll
having
be
mine.
twinsies again. If you have ever thought about creating your own digital product, but ever felt overwhelmed, we're going to break that down for you today, step by step. And we should probably start with our circle hack, Jennifer.
Yeah, the circle hack is just a quick tidbit. Take this couple of minutes that we're going to help walk you through and turn it into something for your own product, i.e., keep your digital product simple. Don't do 75 pages of a whole boring, descriptive extra words, excess of what you're trying to offer to somebody. Keep it something light, something simple, something bite size, right? How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You don't give everybody the whole thing. You want to take your freebie and give it as the lead in to everything else that you offer. So if you are a chef and you want to help people learn how to cook from scratch for the first time ever, you want to be able to give those brand new followers or those viewers something simple that they can get excited about and say, I have to know more. What does this person have? I have to go check it out. And then sign up for, whatever newsletter, email, signage, whatever they have, and keep coming back watching content and all of those good things. So it's, leaving the breadcrumbs with these free
Mhm.
products. And it doesn't need to be fancy. It can be a simple checklist. You can put in 50 to 100 ideas. You can minimize that to multiple different freebies and do 25 and then come back for more for 25 next month or something like that. I think just last week we did a how to create content on a budget, and
Mhm.
there's a perfect time for you to say, hey guys, this is my October checklist for how I'm creating this content for this month. Come back next month for Thanksgiving content. Come back next month for Christmas. Keep it a seasonal thing, constantly rotating out so many ideas. Very simple. And it's something that you can later on down the road, once you've collected all of this stuff or you've already got it, you can make it into a webinar. You can make it into a mini podcast. You could do a full-blown course. All of this stuff is really good for just leading into what your main thing is that you want people to come at you for.
Absolutely. Keep it simple, right? Kiss, keep it simple, stupid.
Military, love it. Yes.
I overcomplicated so much in the beginning.
Too much. Me too.
Too much, Jennifer. I had a whole freaking kit. Do you remember? I
In-
had you would get a guide on
Information
this, guide on,
overload.
yeah, information overload, and just keep it simple. If you're overwhelmed, your audience is going to be overwhelmed.
Right. No, if you're too distracted by what is there, you don't know where to start from. You need to think of the most asked or the most needed first and hand that out for free. And then
Hmm.
everything else behind that is the specifics, the details, the getting into it. And that's something that it just took time for us, me and Candace, to figure this out. And so that's why we wanted to share that today, because we feel that that is probably the most questioned part of somebody getting started. They don't know what they need or how to do it or go about it.
Where they
And
overcomplicate
or
it.
it's overcomplicated. And they
Yeah.
just want it, they're just so like, know so much. Let me just vomit it to everybody that I can. And the thing
Yeah.
is you want to save some of that goodness for what your real offer would be and just give them those little breadcrumbs to find you.
So, how do you go about doing that? This is how. These are just a couple ways that I've personally done. Definitely when you're brainstorming stuff, looking through the comments, like you
Hmm.
said, look through the comments, look at the DMs, emails. What is that? I answer the public? It's answer the public, right? Or not
Oh,
ask the public.
ask the public. I thought is what
Ask
it
the
was.
public,
It's been
answer the
so
public,
long.
whatever. You get to ask 3 questions a day for free. And
Yeah.
you could figure out, do the research because this is
Oh yeah.
marketing.
Yeah.
And then what are people saying? What is their problem?
Right.
What do they need help with that you can solve? That you have a little tiny bit more knowledge than they do, or maybe you can answer their question with this little simple 5 step checklist. There's your freebie. There's your digital product, whatever. So that's how you brainstorm, is researching and looking for those. Look at other creators. I look at other creators' stuff
Oh yeah.
all the
All the
time
time. All
in
the
their
time.
comments.
That's where your most market research should be done is what are the people actually saying? And because social media is so freedom of speech, that is what it is there for, is we are all out here just speaking our minds in the most honest way without thinking. And that is where you're going to find the most juicy, insatiable ways of helping somebody else. You're like, okay, I know I am good at creating a spreadsheet for accountants. So now I'm going to go and watch all of these other finance people who are top dogs in their categories, but people still in the comment sections aren't getting their questions answered. You collect 10 of those, and then you
Hmm.
narrow those even down further into three. And the top three things you can just create answers for and give three different kinds of freebies away. Very simple. This kind of concept can be applied to any knowledge that you have
Hmm.
of anything, a gardener, a swim instructor, a kid, therapist, anything like that. It's just in how you relay the messaging. You definitely go into that inside of our community on school.
Absolutely. And again, we have episodes in the past on your freebie and on affiliate marketing and working with brands. So make sure you check those out as well because there's a lot of information there. For your first digital product that you're going to sell, you've got to do the research. How about you take all of those freebies that you gave, the ones that people liked, not the ones that didn't like.
Right.
Take all those freebies and if they're all about the same thing, maybe bulk them up and then boom, there's your digital product. It's just your freebie with more information in it.
Very good idea. I do like that as well. Again, we don't want you to overwhelm both yourself and your public, right? You want to make it simple for you and simple for them. And that's a part of why we like to use very beginner friendly tools when we're getting started. I know I didn't have this giant, huge marketing budget when I was just starting out. It was just me working my 9 to 5 and figuring out and learning digital marketing on the side of trying to understand what everything was with digital marketing.
Yeah,
I
I
went
thought I had a whole digital marketing team, and that's how I in debt.
Same, right?
Go for it.
I can enlist all of these people and I'm like, I don't have the budget to pay them. So I go with all of the free items that I can find as far as, helping me create all of these awesome simple checklists or whatever. So
Yeah.
Canva is obviously the first one that pops up that is the most helpful, I feel. It's got really good free versions of templates, workbooks, journals, diary, all of that good stuff. You just go in, figure out what it is you want. And this comes from you doing the work, doing the research ahead of time. Now you've gotten to the point of putting it all into fruition. You want these things to be documented and easy to pass out to somebody. If you want it to be a downloadable thing, if you want them to buy something from you, that's another thing. But still, another thing you can do, I mentioned PDFs, is, Google Docs and or slides, something very simple that everybody has or should have on a standard desktop PC.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's,
Absolutely.
yeah, you can get that if you're already using your computers on a daily basis. Again, simplicity counts for all of
Mm.
what you're trying to do. Keeping it as simple as possible, again, for yourself and for the people watching. I remember I would pay for a meal plan from a creator that I found on Instagram, and it was simple budget hacks that she would do for her meals. I would buy her downloadable PDFs, and that was something I could keep on my computer. And it was very basic, guys. I'm talking just a
Mm.
Word document where she just typed it all up and had it organized and all that. Great for her. It was like 15 pages, $20 or $17 or whatever it was on sale for 2 weeks worth of meals. So for me, that was, but I didn't care if it was decorative. I didn't care if it had her brand colors on it. I just cared for the recipes, the details,
Right.
right?
You just wanted the
Simple.
information.
That was
Yeah.
it.
People don't want more information though. They want a shortcut. Like you just
Right.
said, you didn't care about all that other stuff. You just
No.
wanted the recipe, the shortcut to get you that so you could get it done. You didn't care about the fancy stuff because you got dinner to cook.
Yeah, right. I got a life, guys. I got
Right.
toddlers. I got growing kids.
Exactly. So now you built it out. You've used Canva maybe because we love Canva and we both use the free version and it works perfectly
Yes.
fine.
Yep.
Google Docs, we use Google Docs constantly.
All the time.
We have a Google Drive that we share that we put
Yeah.
stuff in. And then of course, to get paid, where are you going to
Yeah.
put it and then get paid? I'm always hands down talking Beacons. I love Beacons.
One-stop
Love
shop.
Beacons. Yeah, they've got a place for you to put that digital product, whether it be a guide, a checklist, a course. You can build a course
Oh
inside of
yeah.
Beacons. Craziness. You can put all of that stuff inside right there in one place for you to control. The other one I could think of is maybe Stand Store because I know a lot of people use it, but
Yeah.
I have only used the basic free stuff to just test it. So,
Yeah, and I think that's the probably better part for you is because you don't have to pay for all of these services straight away. If you're not
yeah.
having the income, be smart about this. Follow and do the free trials, do the free options until you start to increase your revenue and your sales. I would just focus and like you just said, Candace, that's a great point. Test out different products to see what you like the best. We have
Mhm.
tested different products. We have
Mhm.
found Stan Store was a little iffy, and I prefer Beacons myself as well. So I think this is something that you just have to figure it out on your own, but these are our recommendations.
Yeah, I'm sure there's tons of others, but I will always recommend Beacons. And we are not sponsored by them. I just think they're great because I do everything through them.
Yeah.
I'm saving like $300 a month. Like I was paying a ridiculous amount to
I
do
know.
all of these things, and you could do it right in
I
Beacons.
think
But
honestly, it switched. It was a switch for me as well because when you just said it, I was paying a couple $100 a month for like ClickFunnels as a service, right? That was one where it had
right.
email, it had your funnel builders, your website links, and then I think they had a payment system included as well. But I just didn't have the income, right? I hadn't figured out the way to sell to people yet. So for me, I couldn't continue putting out the money if I didn't have the money. So I chose to start with the free stuff, and it did work out. So for me, I agree with you 100%. Beacons is so far, it's been one of the better ones. And I would stick with, again, doing your own research, figuring it out. But these are the things that we love.
Yeah. And if you're trying to do something like a live webinar for people to attend or something that's recorded, I use Zoom. We use Zoom for the podcast right now. Like
It
we use Zoom for everything.
It used to be Facebook Live, right? Going through your
Hmm.
own live as well from there. But I have found Zoom has been probably the best version of video recording, communicating, and all of those good things. It's easy to download right into my own home drive and
Hmm.
re-upload onto the platforms, the school platform, the YouTube drives, all of those things. So check them out. Like I said, it's all just personal preferences. But
Hmm.
from getting started to not knowing what to use, these are our recommendations, and I really enjoy these.
So the scary part, how much do you charge?
Yeah.
What do you charge
How do you
people?
know?
Right. So you want to start with something low, of course, a low ticket offer,
Mhm.
somewhere in that 7 to $47 range. That way you can build that trust. It gets you people in the door, gets you their email, gives you proof
Mhm.
that people actually want what you're offering. And then later you
100%.
can turn that into something bigger. Like I said, you start with your freebie and then you turn that into your first digital product. Then you turn in your first digital product into a bundle or a workshop or a course or a series, whatever. But the first goal is you have to validate this first product.
Right. If it flies off the racks like hotcakes, then you
Right.
know that you've hit your peak. You know that you've gotten the right balance between the amount that you give in value versus the amount you collect on payment for it. And again, like Candace just said, you want to be able to build the trust. You don't want to come right out the bat saying, well, I need $97 from you for 2 pages of 7 checklists. Why? Right? It doesn't make sense to be asking so much for so little. And even then, you're still going to hear from people, well, $7 and I only get 5 pages of 95 items and ideas. That's not enough, or that's too much. I still should have
Yeah.
paid $1, right? You're going to
Hmm.
have those judgy people. They didn't put the work into it though. They didn't
Yeah.
do the research for it though. So your time also matters for the amount of time that you spend doing the work to put together the piece. So just always keep that kind of in mind as you want to get somebody. If you're like us, we have our coaching community, and then we also have a coaching service that we provide people. And I think this is just the best way to get somebody to say, well, I like what they talk about. I'm kind of curious. I want to find out some more. So I'm going to get
Right.
into it more. And that just comes along with the territory of learning how to market what you know first. Again, this is all we've just practiced this, guys. We've stumbled and we've gone through the
Oh,
ringer on how to
so
get to this
much.
level. And it does take time, but this is why we're sharing that information for you, because we didn't really have that when we were getting started. We had just a lot of other stuff coming at us. And
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't, that's why we created our school community. I'll be honest with you, because it needed to be done.
Hey, and speaking of that, our social spotlight today is going to be inside of the VIP circle because we just built a digital product for our, I don't know that I would call it, it's not a course, it's a lessons learned, a case study, right? That it's
Your opinion
inside.
on, yeah, it's what
Yeah,
you've done and how you've gotten through it, I would say. A case study is probably the best way to say it.
the experience is
Yeah.
all inside of there. And that started with a brainstorm. And I just brainstormed what are all these questions that I keep seeing people ask? The course of a week, I had people asking the same questions. So I brainstormed and then I came up with why don't I just share everything I know, everything that I've learned on this journey over the last X amount of months that I've been specifically focusing on working with brands and getting brand partnerships and building up Amazon and those kinds of things. So that we launched yesterday inside of our community.
It's
It's a
value
way for
packed.
you.
Check it out.
Yeah, it's a way for you to see that you can take something that you're already doing. That
Hmm.
was something I'm already doing and put it on paper or put it in ChatGPT or put it on a Google Doc and
Yep.
then build that out so that you can teach other people from the mistakes that you made. And then boom, there's your digital product. That's a perfect example because we just did this. You brainstorm, you're like, oh dang, I'm doing this. Why am I not sharing it? And
Right.
you already know the information. That's your first digital product is
Very
this
simply
shit you already
stated.
know.
Yeah. And I think for a mini spotlight moment on some creator that I've heard about before, somebody who was able to, as a mom with young kids working, declutter her home from all of this stuff. And she ended up creating a course that she was able to sell for less than 60 bucks a month, I think, or per item. And she was able to sell her course to individuals who wanted to figure out how to go through an entire home with family while working and declutter things at a time. And she was able to build a very small business from a very small following just by saying, guys, I figured out a thing. This is how
And
I do
here, and
it.
you like watching it. So if you want to learn, here it is.
And there it is. And I think that was inspiration enough for me to start thinking and brainstorming, just like Candace does. Well, what do I know how to do and how can
Mhm.
I sell that to somebody? I think I see this a lot specifically from creators right now is don't be afraid to ask for money for the thing you know. You go to
Mhm.
work and you do a job because you know how to do it, and you ask for money by getting a paycheck. So why not do it for yourself when you're going through this process of learning how to become an entrepreneur and build your own thing that is sustainable for you and your purposes in life? That's how any business gets started. So just consciously speaking, think about those kinds of things when you're going through and thinking, well, I don't know what to tell people. Well, what are you good at? Just brainstorm those ideas and just think, well, how can I answer that? And then move on from there. I said that perfectly in Candace, and how you are hearing what people are asking for and you're doing the thing they're asking about. And it just
Right.
led to what we have in in our community right now. So definitely go in and check that out because that is gold.
Hey, you got to check out this working with brands. Just a little plug here because this has been months of lessons learned for me, getting scammed, or years of, I got scammed years ago with things and learning how to price myself. And when you are running a business, yes, you want your own digital product, but you want to scale that business, especially an online business, especially in this digital world. You can't just have one arm, right? What's the word?
One egg in a basket.
Yeah. So you've got your own product that you're building here with the help of this podcast and hopefully with the help of our school community, because then you're going to go into this working with brands and you're going to see that you're creating this content and you're going to put out this digital product. But there are so many things that you can do to make yourself 10 times more attractive to partner with a brand. So you get the product side, you get the brand side. We are giving away all this information about how to monetize. It's a lot of information, right? Don't get
It's
me wrong.
huge.
It's a lot. There's a lot in there, but
It's
it's
digestible.
exactly what we didn't have and what we wished we we had in our pocket when we started because we got the ringer. The ringer, man. So,
We
anyways,
got
I just
thrown
got
a
to put a
lot.
plug on that because there's a
I
lot of really
agree.
good information. So,
I love that plug. It's always good.
thanks.
And it's so true too, because inside of our VIP circle, that is where you find these kinds of answers. This podcast is just a little teaser, guys. If you were listening to me in the very beginning, you got to leave the breadcrumbs to get people to lead into whatever it is you're offering. And right now, again, there's going to be this little plug where we do have our VIP circle on school, and it is a platform that we have come to learn and grow and love using because one, it's very organized in
Hmm.
comparison with Facebook. And I think Facebook groups is where a lot of people get started, but it's very confusing. You lose yourself inside of a Facebook community. And personally speaking, from going from that platform into school as a platform, I love it
Yeah.
personally. I can
School's
find
another
things,
good,
I
it's
can
another
search.
good one for you
Yeah,
to have a digital product and make sales from, build a
crap.
community. But
Why did
that's
we not
another
say
lesson inside the school community.
it? I agree with you on that one. We take everything we've learned and we know and we just drop it in there for you guys and you get access to it. And we've put our heart and souls and minds into all of what we've done in so far. It's building, it's new, and we are here for you guys because
Mhm.
we are standing on the shoulders of giants. Somebody has paved a path for us, but they did it in their way. Now we're doing it in
Mhm.
our way, and everybody else behind us is going to do it their way. You just might need a little bit of extra chutzpah. I'm not even that, whatever that is, to get going. And I think it's something really worth checking out. Lessons on working with brands has recently been like top on our list because people don't know how to do it. And
Yeah.
Candace has done a bang up job, not only reaching out to this microphone department, right? Getting this awesome
Yeah.
equipment for our podcast. I'm super excited for, but everything else that she's done going through those things and learning is the first step. And I think checking it out is going to be a very good thing. I hope today's episode was really good, not only for you to take some of those little things that you hear and try them on your own content, your own ideas, and your own products. What I want you guys to do today is take one of our ideas, hopefully implement them. Let us know how it goes and write it out. Let us know in our comment section on our YouTube channel. Subscribe so you can come back for more episodes like these. And also don't forget to follow us on our Instagram. It is the Social Circle VIP, where we are trying to build this community for you guys and answer as many of your questions as we can. Remember, you do not need to be perfect. Your product does not need to be perfect. It just needs to be an answer to a question, something
Mhm.
that can be done simply. Go ahead into our
Absolutely.
VIP circle, yeah, and share your link to your product. If you have any questions and you want a little tweak, let us know because we'd love to take a look and help you guys out. Candace, where else can people find us?
Nowhere except everywhere. We're global. No, I'm just kidding.
We're on
YouTube,
everything.
Spotify, iHeartRadio, anywhere and everywhere that you can listen to pods, we are there. And we want to thank you so much to our listeners for sticking around with us in episode 31.
I love it. It was so scary in the beginning, to be honest, but right now I just feel like I have so much to talk about. I
I
can't shut
know.
up anymore.
Well, but now we're out of time. So have a great week,
Have a
everybody.
great week, everybody.